Hey guys, what's up? Scottish Duck here once again. Right. Been getting that nagging feeling again. You know, like that sort of itch, you know, it's like, Donald, you've no made a video in a while, so make one and I've nothing to talk about, you know? That's something I always think about with this channel, you know, I generally, it really is just all stuff that sort of like interests me, and generally the shit that interests me is so unbelievably irrelevant to the majority of other people. But you guys still watch these anyway, and I appreciate that, I really fucking do. So, I was getting rattled in my brain, it's like, what do I want to talk about today? And something came to mind, and like most other things on this channel, it's just something that happens to interest me. And I kind of realised, you know what, I could probably learn a thing or two from, you know, maybe interact with like a new group of people by getting this video out here in terms of something which I consider a sort of like newly found love, okay? Or at least a newly found love that's potentially kicking off with me, okay? And that newly found love that I want to talk about is fighting games. I guess more specifically, like esport. I don't necessarily want to say esports, but I do want to say, you know, like fighting games, you know? Now, it's funny, right? I'm a little bit nervous to talk about fighting games, because I don't know fighting games. I really don't, you know, like, I pride myself very greatly on my knowledge of video games in general, and chances are I could probably tell you a lot about, like, all the different series of fighting games out there. Name a lot of different characters from different series and all that. But when it would come to more technical aspects, it would only be more like privy to people who would play the game very religiously, very in-depth, you know. Chances are I wouldn't be able to tell you that much. Like, I couldn't tell you what makes Virtua Fighter unique from Tekken, for example, right? In fact, could someone answer that? Because that's something I generally need to know, you know, if I want to try and get into competitive fighting games, that is, you know, it's like, I really should know shit like that. Tekken 7's about to come out, I suppose, and who knows when Sega's going to release another Virtua Fighter game. We're in the middle of the next generation Sega, you know, up to it. But yeah, it's like, it's sort of stuff like that I probably really fail at, okay? But yeah, over the past, like, actually it's been like the past year, I have definitely developed a love for competitive fighting games. And particularly Smash Brothers. Now that's already a fairly controversial point, because I know there's a group of people out there that don't even acknowledge Smash Brothers as a fighting game. You know, they'll be like, oh, it's a party game, you know, which is so wrong. But the fact of the matter is, that game really got me into that sort of dynamic, you know, the fact of like holding a tournament, watching it on stream, learning all the technical aspects that can be in a fighting game, you know, the sort of stuff, the sort of like really hidden stuff that if you want to play at the highest level, you have to master and practice sort of religiously so you compete with other people, rather than just picking up and mashing random buttons, which, let's face it, we all kind of do when we first pick up a fighting game, you know. But yeah, that aspect of learning how to play a game has really piqued my interest. It really has. Again, it was all pretty much thanks to Smash Brothers. I think it was like a combination of having a group of people to actually play Smash Brothers with, in real life that is, you know, not just online, and just like, more or less by accident, getting involved in like the competitive scene, you know, like it seems like every weekend now I'm on Twitch, which is a site I really didn't use up until like a few months ago. I'm on Twitch like every weekend watching maybe a Smash Brothers tournament, and I'm starting to diversify into like other games, hence why I bought Street Fighter V, you know. I made a video on that like a wee while ago there. I still sort of regret buying that game, you know, it's like, it definitely was not a game that deserved to be bought considering the state it was in when it launched, but time will tell if Capcom can make do on the promises that it's already made, so we'll have to wait and see. But either way, I guess another sort of reason that I didn't really like bring up on in that last video is, even if Street Fighter V is like an embarrassment and a joke upon release in terms of like everybody just making fun of it, the fact of the matter is, it's gonna have a tournament life, okay? It can't not have a tournament life, honestly, you know, because Being like the most well-known fighting game, and this is the next numbered entry in the series, you know, it kind of can't not be relevant in that sense, you know, like it's just a fact, you know, it's like it's gonna have, it doesn't matter if it was like completely different and even a kind of a bad fighting game, which is not the case at all. Street Fighter V as a fighting game is really good from what I've been playing, you know, but yeah, it's like it would never be irrelevant in that sense, in a tournament like sense. Okay, what I mean? So yeah, that was another sort of like enticement for me to buy it, because again, I wanted to sort of like repeat that sort of like feeling I've had with Smash Bros. Of getting into that competitive scene. And there was a stream over the weekend there, Capcom, it was Capcom something, but yeah, I watched that like for a good few hours, and I'm just like watching all the technical aspects, trying to pick up like the sort of new technical jargon that is used in a Street Fighter game. You know, I know like all the Smash Brothers jargon, I know about wave cancelling and L dashing. And it's wave dashing and L cancelling, I'm sorry. Forgive me. But yeah, it was, now I'm trying to like learn Street Fighter. And amongst other games as well, I bought Mortal Kombat X. I'm probably going to pick up Pokken. First Pokemon game I'll ever play. What else is coming out? Guilty Gear X Third. That game's been out in America for a while. We haven't seen hide nor hair of it over here in Europe, you know what I mean, which is annoying. And again, I think I already talked about like Tekken 7, and yeah, just in general, I really want to try and like get into a bunch of fighting games. In fact, like every year, I typically take a week off work to watch E3 as it's happening. This year, I'm taking a week off work to watch EVO. Even though it plays over a weekend, I know, but I'll take like the days preceding and the weekends and after the weekend off, but just to sort of take it in as a whole. But yeah, I'm totally gonna do that, and I'm looking forward to it. Like, so yeah, it was again, it's just something I wanted to talk about. You know, wanted to make a video. Just wanted to say that yeah, fighting games. This is like something I feel like I could really get into, which is weird because my history with fighting games is extremely bare, right? I think I can name on one hand all the fighting games that like meant something to me. The first one of which was in fact, you know, Street Fighter 2. Had that on the SNES. Me and my brother, we used to play that a lot, you know, like we had no fucking idea how to play it, but we did play it a lot. And yeah, lots of good memories with Street Fighter 2 on the SNES, like. And the only other fighting game, well actually there's a few others. There's like, obviously, I've said before in other videos, you know, like before this one came out, the first Smash Brothers on the N64, that was special. That was something I'd just play all the time. You know, again, compared to the knowledge I have now on Smash Brothers, even as early back as like Smash Brothers 64, I think back to how I played that and I'm like, god damn it, we didn't have a clue the depths of like all that you could do with this game. You know, we just like went Link or Pikachu and spammed the B moves all the time. We didn't even press the A button in Smash 64, that's how. But it didn't matter because we had so much fun. We really fucking did. And really, apart from that, the only other series that really the only other game I should say that meant something to me was Dead or Alive 4, because it was one of the first games I got from a 360. And I met so many of what I consider to be my best friends online ever in that game. I really did, you know. It was I really don't give enough credit to Dead or Alive 4. That really was a special game and had a big impact on my life. And in generally, I really do love the series. Probably my second favorite is Dead or Alive 2. Used to have that on the Dreamcast, you know, played the shit out of that. There is Dead or Alive 5. They've released like 10 versions of Dead or Alive 5 since it came out, even though it's not under the supervision of Itagaki anymore, so it's got kind of mixed reception in that regard. I don't know, but yeah, there's that. But yeah, in general, this is all pretty still new to me, you know, and I'm hoping to like keep going with it. Naturally, again, like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm fairly confident in my sort of video game knowledge, so I'm aware of lots of different fighting games and stuff. But yeah, you gotta take it a step further if you're gonna do it, like, you're gonna get into it on that level. And I don't know if I will outside of Smash Brothers. Hopefully I can with Street Fighter 5, Mortal Kombat, Tekken, all that. Time will tell, I suppose, but yeah. I mean, I used to think about that and like just fighting games in general, you know, because what can I say? I've definitely noticed that there is a difference between, you know, playing it sort of, I don't want to use this word, playing it casually and playing it at a sort of hardcore tournament level, you know. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about that sort of difference, and if you're into it, any tips you could give me? Give a scrub. I know that word. I know the word scrub. I'm a scrub, totally. Who wants to try and get in on it? So yeah, that's pretty much that, guys. Hope you enjoyed the wee rambling. It's Monday night, beginning of the week. Yeah, you had to make a video, but that's that. See you after. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.